Nevertheless, we will invoke some self-discipline among the rest of the speakers so that we have some good time for some interaction and questions in the end. So let me take that few minutes of the transition of the baton to say a few in the nature of my comments as well as so that I can finish my portion faster. One is this is actually a second year in which EGOV is holding this session, this conference. So one could see the mutation, how this important topic is going through that. I would like to look at this particular topic from 3 points of view. One is how the institutions and systems come into the picture, the agencies, processes, mandations, acts, which Pavan spoke nicely about, and the chairman herself spoke about. Second is, stakeholders, different agencies like government, users, public. You've not heard enough about the public per se as of so far, because public is a very important. You simply cannot say I'm a service provider, take it or leave it. Because the true audit comes from by protecting their interests. We'll hear more about it hopefully from someone. Third, the component is technologies, vulnerabilities, and solutions. Technology can itself be a good solution, but it can also introduce vulnerabilities. Good example is today, if you attend any technology conference, the fashion names are two things. One is cloud, second is mobile. So they will say that cloud will solve all our problems. SaaS you were mentioning about. So along with that, they will say cloud will solve all the problems. And second is, okay, mobile revolution is already there, sweeping 700 to 800 million people are having. Therefore, mobile internet is the name of the game. But the people are not stating specifically to you is what are the vulnerability side of it. The people are saying the financial transactions over the mobile. So, therefore, cloud is, for instance, highly scalable, elastic, and what have you. So, therefore, the new upcoming the technologies have to also have to withstand the protection of providing you, enough safety, audit trail, and what have you. So that's the technology game also. So, in a sense of the term, why such this kind of a seminar underlying theme? If you see, the larger places, we are indeed rapidly moving towards a digital society, not just the e-governance, digital society. All citizens are beginning to adopt. So, all the more reason why we cannot leave the security issues, things of that kind, only purely to the service provider or the government per se. So different stakeholders have to play their own game. That is why it's not as Professor Dr. Subramaniam was saying, it's not a question of technology people, they are solving their problem, these people do their audit. You can fall between the multiple stools. So who is to give me my assurance? So this is a very important issue. Surely the legal portions are very important component, but at the end of the day, you cannot live without the cyberspace day in and day out. And one of the good things, important things which Chairman pointed out in our opening remarks was, fortunately, if you attended any of such conferences 2 years back, we would have felt psychologically it's so demoralizing simply because we were so reactive. Oh, so-and-so is penetrating, China is attacking, Pakistan attacking, like that. But now, thanks to the action by government and many other players, we are beginning to move from reactive to more and more of, we are catching up, and to the extent of being a little more proactive. So there is a very good time now to set a goal. We should be number one in this game. I'm not talking about what you call penetration attacking or any such thing, but we should be number one in adopting technology in a very good pace and still protecting it very, very well, because the number game, market size, everything is very good. Now, second, equally true, what you find that what you see in the public media about Lokpal and many other issues. So all stakeholders have to come into the picture in this whole game about infrastructure, security, whatever it is, because finally they have to be satisfied what you are doing is well protected. And of course, you have see two sides of the coin again. Should it be application, should it be systems, or should it be network? There are issues relating to application security, software, worms, viruses, spams, internet, email. Those are the issues of one side. Another side is communication, terminal, tapping, denial of service, botnets, mobile. Those kinds of a thing is there in both sides, from the network side as well as in that, because each one has its own set of medias, which is a moving target. So, in a sense, I don't know how many of you have noticed. I saw the other day in the net about request for comments, and with the target by the end of May or something of the period, e-services bill is going to be introduced, and very soon it will be passed. What it meant is that e-governance services is not just being offered at its own pace. It is like the way you right to education, you right to many other things. E-governance is going to be, there is going to be a right to e-governance services. Which means every service you get, whether a motor license, etc., you have a right to demand the e-form. That is in the software. Over the net, you have a right to demand the same application. You are just as railways, you say you have to come to you. If you don't have a ticket, come to the counter. Every single service, you have a right to go get it in the e-form. So such a forward-looking thing is coming up. So how many of you know the vulnerabilities portion of it? Therefore, at the time of such bill itself, we may have to, the way Pavan Duggal mentioned, so many areas we're doing probably the most advanced in the world. Pavan, you probably need to, I don't know, you have already taken that into account. Such a bill, when it comes to picture, please introduce the way IT Act kind of caution. Those things are also, enough clauses are there so that it's in the interest of protect, but I mean suitably. And finally, as I mentioned on the technology side, there are serious, the march is going on, at the same time vulnerability is there. There are enough organizations who are taking development, but as you saw in the very recently in the telecom, the BlackBerry and many others, we cannot many cases avoid the large scale imports. There are many areas we are doing indeed a large scale imports. So question is, how do you protect yourself? We heard a lot about from the China import side of it and things of that kind. So there is indeed, of course, it's being handled extremely well with a certain amount of firmness as well as testing and many other aspects of it at a level. So apart from, of course, very key issues like, I don't know how many of you know, there is a discussion is going on about building Indian microprocessors. Among other things, one of the key issue is software side is one we may be able to take care of. How do we take care of it? There are many issues which comes in the built-in in the hardware itself which we import. So high time we bought, initiated, it may take 5 years, 10 years, but still we bought the Indian microprocessors. We built the Indian microprocessors. So there are many issues in the technology side also, which we need to think through and introduce and ensure that they are all in place. So I think there are multivarious aspects of the cyber and network security, which has to be comprehensively dealt with. And I think we have a galaxy of very good speakers to talk about it.